Hey, listen,
Go on.
we're going to talk about Pogba in a minute, and we're going to talk about Mane probably at some point.
No, you want to talk about Mane.
Well, I'm just looking at, like,
you just want to go on your own little thing here.
No, both players have been here for 5 years.
Right.
Have they? Yeah, about 5 years. And I look at the games, just like Rufus is just handing me the stats.
Yeah.
Like appearances Mane's made, right? Just like every season, it's like 30, 35, 35, 36, 29, 27. I look at Pogba's appearances. 20, 16, 27, 26. He hasn't played that many games.
Well, no, because
5 years.
He was quite prone to picking up injuries, and I think some of the time he wasn't good enough to be picked. Mane's been a regular in the side, and he never gets injured. He hardly picks up injuries, Mane.
He's a machine.
He's a machine. He's like, he's built stone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, let's talk Pogba, because it's a conversation we're having. He's signed for Juve. It's getting done. It's a done deal. He's no more in the Premier League. What is your take on him? Was he poorly managed? Was he playing in a poor Manchester United team? Or was he just not good enough for what they paid for him?
I think a bit of everything. I mean, I look at Sancho as well. Has he signed for the wrong team? Like Man United are the top team for years and years and years. They've been the top team in England. Really, one of the biggest clubs in the world for a number of years. While I was playing, before that it was Liverpool, but Arsenal for a spell. But Man United were the team to play for. Mm-hmm. He signed for United, and I think part of it is it was the wrong team he walked into. Part of it's his fault. I think badly managed. No, you play where the manager asks you to play. If you're playing in a 3 in midfield, or you're playing number 10, if the manager says play on the left of the 3, right of the diamond, you play right side midfield in a 4. You just play it like Kante does. Never moans, gets on with it. Great attitude. I think he showed he was not happy with where he was being played. Didn't like the role. Manager's telling him, Mourinho's telling him to sit in front of the back 4. And he's going, no, I'm better than that. I'm going to go and play my own game. He brings him off. So falls out with him. I just think 90 million.
Hold on. I get it, like, Dean. I know you saying he's not good enough. His performance hasn't been good enough. He's in a poor Man United side. He had some bad players around him. And I know everyone was expecting him to come and be this well-beater, but I think they got that wrong. Pogba needed to be surrounded by great players to be great.
Well, we could all do that. Do you not think, as a midfield player, that he gives the ball away too much for a good player?
Yes, he does give the ball away too much.
Well, he's not a good player then.
No, but he used to do things out of the ordinary. When I watch him play for France, he does things out of the ordinary. You're like, wow.
No, but
what a player. When you watched him at Juventus, he was unbelievable.
You did. I've watched you play, right? You can hit passes over the top. You can find diagonals. You're trying them. Your first thought when you got the ball was, who can I put in on goal? That's where it should be. So if you give the ball when you're trying that, fair enough. But when you're trying to keep the ball, simply keep the ball and get your team up the pitch, he makes too many mistakes, simple mistakes, for a world-class player. World-class players, you don't give the ball away. You don't give the ball away like Pogba when you played. You keep the ball.
No, but he'd do things out of the ordinary. I was the guy that used to give the players to players like him, and I don't think he had that at Manchester United.
You weren't the dog who ran round tackling and give it to the one who played.
Dictator.
You was a ball player.
Yes, and I'd give the ball to Pogba to go and make something happen, knowing that he's going to give it away maybe 3 times out of 6. But them 2-3 moments that he might produce might win us the game.
He's 6'4". He's strong as an ox. He's good in the air, right? But he's actually to play against his arms.
Some of the games he played against Man City, where he destroyed them.
Well, how many of them though? Not enough.
I know not enough, but look at the team he had round him.
I'm not. I know what you're saying, right?
And look at the managers he had to deal with.
I'm contradicting myself because I said Sancho might end up playing for England in 5 months because he's played for the wrong team. So I'm contradicting myself saying that Pogba's not in the wrong team. But I still think world-class midfield players do not give the ball away. And I haven't got a clue. If he plays tomorrow, I have not got a clue how he's going to play. Have you? He could be 7 out of 10. He could be 3 out of 10. He's got a 10 out of 10 in his bag. But I wouldn't know from game to game if he's got... So obviously, in his head, he's not... His mental strength in his head and his professionalism in his head stops him being consistent.
Okay, well, let's go to Aaron, who's a Manchester United fan. Aaron, good evening.
All right, Jamie. All right,
Hi, Aaron.
Good,
All right, mate.
How are you? Go on, let's give us your take on Pogba.
Thank God he's gone. Good riddance.
Is there going to be any Manchester United fans out there, do you think, that are disappointed to see him go?
I'm not sad to see him go. Jamie. I think you're trying to compare him, Kante, Verratti, with Fred and McTominay, because he's good for France, but hopeless for Man United.
Well, there you go then. That's answering my question. He's good for France, who won the World Cup, top team when he plays for him, unbelievable.
Hey, they slaughter him as well.
Fred and McTominay ain't good enough to have a player like Pogba in their side.
Jamie, the French fans slaughter him as well. He's not been brilliant for France. He's not been brilliant. He's got, imagine when you pick your head up, you've got Mbappe, Griezmann, all them players up in front of you. It's hard to look bad.
What about Gareth Bale coming to Man United?
Yeah.
Are you joking? Is that trying Jason Cundy trying to comment?
Well, I mean, Dean mentioned it,
Why is
and
that?
we've had a couple of tweets about it saying we'd love to have Gareth Bale at the football club. I think he'd fit in nicely.
Do you not think he's good enough?
Have you seen lately who's linked with us? Everyone's linked with us. We never get them over the line.
Right, so you would want him?
Would I take Gareth Bale right now?
Yeah.
He won't come to us because Ericsson won't come.
That's not the question I'm asking you. Would you take him now?
The problem is, where does he fit? That's the issue.
Anywhere.
It's Gareth Bale.
He started at left back for Southampton. He can play anywhere.
Stop sitting on the fence, Azza. Give me an answer. Would you take him now at Manchester United for next season?
You need about another 5 players with him.
Yeah.
So yes.
I would have Clobby and 100% Mo in my team other than Gareth Bale.
All right, Az, thanks for your call. Let's go to Lee, who's a Wigan fan. Lee.
Hi, Lee.
How you doing? Yeah, hello, Jamie. Dean, how you doing?
We're good, Lee. We're good. Thanks for calling in. You want to talk Gareth Bale going to Cardiff?
Yeah, just before I start, I'd just like to say welcome back, Dean, to talkSPORT, mate. You're a legend.
He's been back
Thanks.
ages.
He's not been listening.
But then he went off for a while and then he came back.
I know.
And,
Couldn't get rid of him.
yeah, and, I was listening to your story last week about John Ertson when Wales played Tunisia. I was in absolute stitches driving to work, mate.
Well, Jamie reminds me of him today. He's like a beetroot.
I'm red. I've looked myself on
He's
YouTube.
been 36 holes of golf with no cream on his face.
And these bright lights in here, lads.
He
They're
looks
killing
like
me.
the singing detective. Remember him?
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, just
His
sorry.
skin
Just
is
sorry
peeling off his
for
face.
the glowing red face that I've got. But a man's got to get them golf. He's got to get them golf holes in.
Yeah. How about Bale then at Cardiff? What do you reckon?
Just a very, very quick point. Yeah, so I totally agree with you, Dean, about the fact that I think he could do a similar thing for Cardiff as to what he does for Wales. I think he could actually lift Cardiff and actually make them into better players and actually get Cardiff punching above the weight in the Championship. So I think he'd be a fantastic signing for Cardiff. He'd be, a local hero coming home. Everyone would love him. And I think he would just lift them. I think they would actually be a dark horse contender for the playoffs, if Gareth Bale was there. I really do. I think he'd be a great signing for Cardiff. I really do.
Well, he would, yeah. I mean, Cardiff would be so lucky to get him. But, what do they offer him? 80 grand a week, 70 grand a week, 50 grand a week?
It ain't about the money, is it? If he's going to Cardiff, it's not about money.
But they're still going to have to pay him.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay him, but you don't need money, does he?
And then you've got a problem, though. Steve Morrison's a young manager of Cardiff. He's got a problem fitting him in. Fitting him in, and when he wants to... Yeah, but fitting him in, I don't want to play on Tuesday. Yeah. Just say, he can't play 3 games a week, because it's 3 games a week. So the lad he's leaving out for Gareth, I mean, the spirit, the wage structure, and... I mean, it's a difficult situation. I think Gareth could go and play for Cardiff when he's 35.
Yeah, I think this is too early for him to be honest.
I think he should play at the highest level possible. With players
Manchester
who are on his
United,
same level.
Newcastle. He walks into them teams.
Yeah.
03717 22 33 44.